Hello and welcome back to the Film of Power. Today we're going to be talking about Lord of the Rings and the secret Nazgul in Rings of Power, the TV show hidden in Numenor. Now, as you know, the Nazgul are the 9 ring wraiths, including the Witch King of Angmar. Now, I do believe in the Rings of Power TV show we do see a few secret Nazgul in there. So I've actually got information about the Nazgul from Numenor, and it is said that in J.R.R. Tolkien's lore, 3 of the 9 Nazgul, including their leader, the Witch King of Angmar, were originally great lords of Numenor, seduced by Sauron during the Second Age. They fell into wickedness, took his rings of power, put them on, and eventually faded into immortal wraiths, serving the Dark Lord and being enslaved forever in darkness. My theory on this is, in Numenor and the Rings of Power, we actually see 3 of them. Now, the 2 that do stand out very different from the other crowd is Pharazôn and his son. Now, I will put an image on screen for you right now for everybody to see. Now, Pharazôn is a very strange character. He looks quite strange. He's got a big beard, he's got long white hair, and he's also got a young son as well that really does do everything his dad says, but his father secretly hates him. Now, this is a very sad father and son relationship. But Pharazôn becomes obsessed with a palantir found in the king's chambers. Now, he takes this palantir for himself, he hides it from everyone else, and he becomes totally obsessed with it, always watching it, and he even places his hand on the palantir, and it gives him a very evil vision of fire. And in this vision, he sees Sauron, he sees Eregion, he sees Halbrand in the Numenor workshop in the blacksmiths crafting. Now, as the TV show goes on in season 2, we get to see Pharazôn turning more hateful and angry and just quite very bitter towards everything, and his need to overthrow the Queen of Numenor. Now, in his view of things, he really does want to become the King of Numenor, and he takes the scepter for himself, and he says to his son, "All my life I have always wanted the scepter of Numenor, but now it feels like I want something more power, more than the scepter of Numenor." And even his son even thinks that's all he wanted, but now his view has changed on this, and he wants something more. So his need for power is endless, and it does not stop at the scepter of Numenor. Now, in my thoughts on this, I do think Pharazôn will eventually turn into a Nazgul, which later does become the Witch King of Angmar. And I do believe his son will also join him, because as his son is doing his bidding every step of the way in Numenor to overthrow the Queen and its people, he himself turns very bitter, evil, hateful towards the people of Numenor, and he even tries to kill some of the people in season 2 of the Rings of Power, and even stabs one of the guards, the new guards of Numenor. So them 2 will definitely become Nazgul. Now, the third one I do suspect to become a Nazgul. This one is a woman. So if we go back to Lord of the Rings, where one of the Nazgul is searching for Frodo and Sam and Merry and Pippin, the Nazgul says to one of the innkeepers in Hobbiton, "Shire Bargains, but in this voice, it is not a dark and deep voice, it is a woman's voice. Now, the last one from Numenor, which I do believe will become a Nazgul, is Arian, the captain's daughter, because the captain's daughter follows Pharazôn and his son to do his bidding and ultimately overthrow the Queen of Numenor. And this is a very sad story, because Arian, the captain's daughter, she wants to save her father from Pharazôn, but at the same time she is bothering with Pharazôn, and she is just following him in every step of the way to becoming more evil, more powerful, and completely lost within herself and mixed up with these wrong type of people. But Arian does Pharazôn's bidding and his son's bidding, and she gets more strict with the people of Numenor and more angry and more hateful, pushed by Pharazôn's orders. Now, this is really sad to see, because as the captain's daughter, he should have kept her safe. He should have done more to protect her, but unfortunately she wasn't willing to follow her father's pathway to becoming safer and away from Pharazôn's control and power. Instead, she went with them, with her own father and her brother. And unfortunately, yeah, it is sad that she does become one of the Nazgul. I'm pretty sure she is the third Nazgul of Numenor. Now, I've also got a picture right here of a Nazgul behind the scenes of Lord of the Rings, and this Nazgul stands out from the rest of them. So, in my view of this, I can see that this Nazgul is a woman. The crown is different, it's not a male crown, it's kind of a woman's crown, it being a lot thinner to the head. And I would just like to say, the face shape of this Nazgul is far different from the other Nazgul. This is a woman's face, as it being thinner, more defined, and with the other Nazgul, I can just tell they are male Nazguls. But this one is a lot shorter, it's a lot thinner, and yeah, the hair is long, but it's just the face shape for me that I can tell this is a female Nazgul. And I do believe this is Arian, the captain's daughter of Numenor. So Pharazôn and the son becomes two Nazguls, and Arian follows them, which is very sad. And yeah, they eventually put on the rings of power that Sauron gives to them, and they fall into darkness. So, what do you think on this? Leave a comment down below. Do you think Arian will become a Nazgul, one of the ring wraiths, and do you think Pharazôn will become the Witch King of Angmar? Thank you for watching this video. Leave a like and subscribe and comment. Share this video wherever you go, and enjoy watching your films.